I was in South Korea, excuse me, last June. And one of the things you hear, particularly from young people there, is that they're more afraid of Donald Trump than they are of Kim Jong-un, that they're much more afraid of America doing something rash than North Korea. Part of that comes from simply living next to a crazy neighbor for so long, and you get used to it. You have young couples in Seoul who actually buy property close to the DMZ because they game it out that the rockets will have to go over their heads. That is, so people start to play those kind of games with themselves when you're living for so many years in that kind of context.
Yeah.
Now, the danger with that, and I think there's concern rightly in the Trump administration over this, is that they get played by the North, that,
right.
that they want it more than the North does, and they're ready to make concessions that are unwise for them and unwise for us. You know, we've seen these talks before with previous South Korean prime ministers. They've actually paid the North to come to these talks. And so I think that this is really a sensitive moment for us. We have to understand they want to obviously relieve this problem, particularly on the eve of the Olympics.
Sure.
But at the same time, we've got to stiffen their spine, I think, as well.
Is this just a show, then? I mean, by the South Korean government, we're going to stage these Olympics. We're going to start making this a big step towards peace with North Korea. Here we are on the world stage.
I think when you drill down, Melissa, what it is showing is the North is hurting. I mean, these sanctions are biting. You know, we've seen these examples of, we've had two North Korean defectors. If you follow the story of the first one, I mean, this is sort of gross. The guy was full of tapeworms. I mean, these are their soldiers. You'd think of anyone being well fed there, at least be border guards, you know. And so they're probably hurting a lot more than we realize. The question is, can we leverage that into what we need, which is some kind of reversal of their nuclear program?
And again, to that point, I mean, to me, it feels like this is a move that may be great for the Olympics, may be great for South Korea. I don't know where it leaves us or what we should be asking for.
Well, you said in the intro that we could be the odd man out in this, and that's why I think.
So what should we do at this point? What,
you know, we face these same three choices that we face with Iran: negotiate, bomb, or acquiesce.
Right.
And the fact is, we don't want to bomb for obvious reasons. We don't want to acquiesce. So eventually we're going to have to negotiate. And Tillerson, Secretary of State, has certainly sent many feelers out saying we're ready to do that.
President Trump himself has said that he'd be willing to talk at this point.
And so I'm just for staying the course. Keep tightening the sanctions. Keep encouraging the Chinese to tighten from their end. And I think you just got to wait these guys out. I mean, I think, you know, if we start with what do we know? What do we know for sure about North Korea? We know that they're a three-generation dynasty. Mm-hmm. How many three-generation dynasties are there in the world? Not too many.
How many four-generation?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So what that does tell us is they're probably not suicidal. They are homicidal, but they're probably not suicidal. I don't think this is a regime that really does want to blow itself up for all their tough talk. So I just keep tightening the noose around them and being patient.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.